So this is my live stream.
And there are many passages.
My notices quickly before I go live. Got notices. I'm still popular. Am I still popular? Oh! I keep dropping between 188,000 and 187,900. I'm balancing. Anyway, I'm still very happy with this whole situation. People like, you fell off. I'm like, fall off what? Edge of the earth. Okay, cool. Let's go live. Da 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 da. Hey, look, there's 24,000 of my followers online right now. Top gifter gets video. Shout out. Okay, I can tell you now, there's going to be cynical people in this live, and I like dealing with cynical people. I call them generic copy-paste pessimists. Pessimists. Okay, let's go live. Going live! Yo! This is pretty much where the podcast is going to start. I should start every live now going, welcome to the Garth Podcast. It's the 10th of April 2021, currently 2 minutes past 11 in the morning. And I'm doing my podcast from Cape Town, South Africa. It's probably a good idea to do this, because when I'm older, then I can, sup, little, oh, I missed the rest of your thing. Sup on YouTube over there watching me. I'm on TikTok. Swinging it through. Sup! Podcasts. That's a great idea. I did that actually. I've got a YouTube channel. So podcasts are a thing. I just gave up trying to upload my video now to come here and go live instead. Ruan Fenter, good morning. Oh, you're a wrestler, sup? So Little Jones is a wrestler. Nice, dude. As in, I'm getting comments on top here for those of you on TikTok. On top here, my YouTube stream comments are popping up. So this is nice. This is nice. Got a threefold blade. I don't know. It's a live stream, it's a podcast, and it's a video going to YouTube. And I guess Omlet Arcade as well. But Omlet Arcade, I mean, there's one person seems to be there, but I'm not sure if they're watching. Anyway. Sip my coffee and wait for the next wave of consciousness to catch me. Mm-hmm. Rowan! Sup, man? That's so cool. So Wrestler got a notification to go and watch there on YouTube. It's pretty rad, eh? Yeah, and so then what I do is I pull the MP3. Today was the first time I did this. I'm going to explain this to everybody over and over again. And then odds are you'll be listening to a podcast, hearing me tell you how I made the podcast. Where I pull the MP3 from this video, and then I put it through an app that gets rid of all the like dead zones. Like there, when I was quiet now, that won't be in it. So it'll just be one thought into the next thought. And then the idea is the same questions get asked every day, and it's usually comical or slightly philosophical, which makes for a great, podcast. Not to mention, I've got a smooth radio voice. I just tell myself that. Oh, and then sincerity and honesty. Those three work together. Anyway, how's everybody else doing? Sup, Pete Joe? How you doing, man? There are currently 4 people in my live stream. 5 from what I can see. Yes, it is on Spotify. Cool, eh? I think you just asked me on YouTube if my things. Yes, it is. So I put it onto Anchor, and it just got a notice that Spotify. My first one went onto Spotify today. So if you type in the Garth Podcast, you'll find it on Spotify. Pretty rad, eh? And then you'll see it's these live streams without the gaps, and it runs smooth and nice. And I've obviously worked the sound video, the sound file. Marsh, good morning. Marsh going. How you doing, man? Top of the morning to you. And then from my side, it says here 2 people in my life, but I don't think that's accurate anymore. Because I've had it where it's like says nobody, and then 3 other people are like, that'd be really cool, dude. I appreciate if you listen to that podcast. Get those numbers going. And I think it should work nicely, the whole format. Because I basically entertain myself in these lives. I discuss what I want to discuss. That's so cool, dude. I appreciate you being there, though. on YouTube. It adds to my, minutes watched, and then it'll technically feed that live to more people. Shot wrestler. Another Ruan. Sup, man? Sam, hello. Multiple Ruans in the hizzle. Yo, sup, MIV, who were you? Who were you before this? I don't remember MIV at all. And we're friends. Who could this be? Who can it be now? Knocking at my door. Sup, Sam. Sup, Sam. How you doing, dude? And then the whole idea is ideally these lives should be just over an hour. Hour 10 minutes, hour 15. Because in 10 to 15 minutes of it, it'll get pulled as silence. Yo, Wallpark, sup, dude? Top of the morning to you, bro. Have you really always been MIV? Did you gift me, or are you cool? I usually follow people if they gift me or if they're cool. Like, they say something profound and nice. And I'm like, sorry, MIV, I feel bad. I guess you're the most invisible player. No, that's MIVP. Anyway, MIV, you're the most invisible visitor. No, that's lame. Anyway, hope you're having a good day, dude. Sup, Tom? Hello. Tom Eason. Good morning. Good morning. I wonder if my Slurpee coffee will be in the podcast. It's good coffee. That'll make a good sound cut. I wonder if my Slurpee coffee will be in the podcast. That exact sound. The whole sentence plus the slurping and the Okay, it's 8 minutes in. I should be able to find it actually. Cut that part. Yo, stop for sharing. Whoops. Thank you so much. I should share this to Facebook. Let me do that. Because then it'll be in the video as well. I'm going to abandon whoever's here, if there's anyone even here. It says nobody's here. I don't believe that. I don't believe anything. I believe what I believe, not what I'm told to believe. And so theory now, this thing's still recording. And so you'll be able to see Garth Van Rooyen sharing it to Facebook. Not divulging any information. Ooh, who's that handsome cartoon guy? And boom, share to Facebook. Nice, I'm back. Stop! And then every other live, I might play music. I've been playing music recently. It makes the whole vibe much nicer. Much nicer. Ah, shot, dude. Appreciate it, wrestler. Really appreciate it. And then I can, using the same Omlet Arcade, I can stream gaming to YouTube. Is it? Yeah, to YouTube. Or to Twitch. But then I can also use AZ Recorder to do the same thing. But Omlet Arcade's great. I'm going to probably pay them, because you can stream to like 4 platforms at the same time if you buy premium. So yeah. Otherwise, it's 1 minute to 11:11. Pretty exciting. I should probably play music. It's a great way to kill the time. But then again, if I do the music thing, then when I pull the MP3 and try to get rid of the dead zones, there won't be dead zones. That's why I close my door, because the birds are singing. Although bird tweeting in between talking isn't the worst thing. Sazas, that hello, sup? I'll try my best to respond to you, Saza. It's very busy right now, my live stream. So, although I'm trying to be funny because there's only 2 people, but maybe on your side it says like 11, and then you think I'm being arrogant for like 11 people. Anyway, awesome. Glad you're good. Nice. Otherwise, are you just scrolling through live streams? Henny! Sup, Henny Sheet? Shot for the follow! Shot for the follow. Saza, thank you. Sup, Henny? Good morning. Good morning to you. So now I wonder, on Omlet Arcade, it says that one person's watching. Is that person the person who's in YouTube watching? Or is there someone in Omlet watching? I don't know. It's a mystery. Never be able to solve it. Picor! Pecor, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Pecor. That's so cool, dude. I appreciate that. Jones, wrestler. It basically pops down over here, the YouTube stuff. And Omegle, I've seen Omegle people comment. It was quite funny because Caitlin and Elliot went and commented they basically went through all the different other places and commented at each other so that I knew that they were playing in that place. Yo, sup, Duck? Yeah. So I've got like at least 20 videos that did really well over the time. It was a time when I was blowing up, and now the algorithms have just changed. But I've, leveraging this all over to the other places. Like I've got a podcast going now, and it is, oh man, I wish I could answer that question like a minute ago. It's 12 minutes past 11, because it was 11:11. I like that. Thank you, Duck. Yeah, it was like basically very confident cringe, basically. Hablas español, no español. I can say 3 tequila, por favor. I'm going to say 4 tequila. It's rude. 3 tequilas can't be divided evenly between us. 4 tequila, por favor. For me and Lorenzo. Yo, Jones. Okay, cool. Rad, dude. Okay, so that's you responding to that. And then I can see the delay. It's about a minute for me. As in the person on YouTube, as in Wrestler, a friend of mine on Wrestler, he just said the time, but he said it a minute later. Or at least got back to me. So maybe it's 30 seconds, either way. No, Duck, it's been so cool. The internet's been so beautiful to me, and the people, half the humans, Thanos was right. Half the humans are just there to absorb your resources. Your energy, your belief, your battery, your inevitability. So half the people you can just ignore. The other half you're like, oh, I love you, and hug them and thank them for their compliments. The other ones they're processing their own, 100 agendas, billion agendas, reasons why they mean to you, nothing to do with you. Humans are into themselves. They reference others in relation to themselves. So it's super chill, and thank you. That's so funny. Yeah, so it is. It is probably 30 seconds in either way. I'm talking to the person on YouTube now. Sorry, everybody. El tequila te pone loco. Yeah, is that basically going to say that tequila makes you loco? The tequila makes you loco. Are you Thanos? I think we're all Thanos. Duck, you're a Thanos too. We're all you're the one. I'm just the key maker. I give you the key that you need to get to your next part of your Neo journey. You're my Neo. You're my key maker as well, in a way. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's information imprinting on each other from parallel, same universes, basically. Oh, see, this is why I'm doing this and turning this into a podcast, because that's kept now. I sum things up and I refine them over time, and then they end up saying these little sentences that are like, boom, there it is. So technically, the universe is a mirror of itself, and it's trying to refine itself. So the part of it that's not refined will always try. It'll attempt to try and infect itself with a lesser truth. I don't know, is it riddle? I hate riddles. Sup, riddle gum? Although you would think I'd like it because of Jim Carrey and the riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? Batman, you said? Batman? I am counting on it. If knowledge is power, then a god am I. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, Duck. But it's happening like that now. But I don't know why people are so worked up over that, the algorithms. Like, I think it's great. I'll think about things, talk about things, and they pop up. I mean, videos that I've seen that I love, and I say it, and then on TikTok, and it has a like on it, and it's on my For You page. It's like, that's not... I think it's great. You think about things, and then they advertise it to you. It's super useful, friendly. Oh, they're spying on you. There is no they. It's all you. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Everything's a hologram. Everything's a reflection. Get over... Although when you get enlightened initially, you're like, who's that? Where's this? Are other people here now? That kind of thing. Like, you become aware of your own presence, and suddenly there's a them. But before you become enlightened, there's no them. It's your own shadow self that you're projecting, that you become paranoid of. That's the all-seeing eye. I think it's great, Duck. Because, ducks don't have echoes. Although you'll find places that they do, but they don't. And it's because their quack meets the harmonic of an echo, so it cancels it out. Just like yourself, your world is your echo, your sound light echo. We live in an ecosystem, not an ecosystem. Quack, quack. And what you thought about to keep you on... But a little fun fact is that apps actually sometimes listen to you and show... No, definitely. No, the whole thing listens to you. Well, think of it. If I had to say the word, if you knock someone out, KO, that word backwards, and then say the name Google, my phone will then go, oh, what do you want? Which means it's listening the whole time. It just needs me to use the O and then the K word to make it go, you can like present yourself. I know you're listening. So it's always listening. But then before cell phones, the world was also listening to itself, echoing it. We've just created technology in our own image. In our image. It's a simulation in a simulation, basically. But the source code is the same. Above, so below. Caitlin, sup? Welcome, Caitlin. Oh, clever duck. Yes, absolutely. And that's how life works. Life keeps you interested in your unconscious self. So when people break up, they're like, oh, I miss you. It's your part of yourself that they were unconscious of in that other person that it was going to be revealed to you that you're losing out on. Like, oh, I miss that person. No, you miss yourself. It's a great concept, duck. Because then obviously the part of you that you're most interested in is the part of you that will lead to your transcendence. Or your completion or your balance, basically. Oh, that's so cool. A wrestler on YouTube saying that the quality is good. That's so funny, Duck. That is funny. And it's the same thing. When you can eventually home your thought, you can manifest instantly. The same code that the algorithm's using, reality uses to bring you to yourself. And if you talk in negatives, don'ts, can'ts, wouldn't, shouldn't, you manifest what you don't want because your brain can't register not. It only registers images. So it thinks in pictures. So you add some smell to that and pictures and the things that are manifest instantly. It's probably sitting behind you. You get a fright. Oh, I'm manifesting Maserati. How'd that car get there? It's freaking me out, man. Somebody come and take your car. I'm really good, Caitlin. I'm super good. This thing is working so nicely, Caitlin. This into a podcast minus the dead spots. It's great, eh, Duck? It's great. So now we get past the novelty side of it and we start to use it. You focus. You basically don't entertain what you don't want. Only entertain what you do want. And then you'll only create what you want. And then basically it'll come down to your intuition will tell you whether there's an energy package in something that you want. You'll know. And it's like, if you don't, just don't listen. And then before it'd be like, but what if FOMO? And now it's like, no, I know. I can feel when there's scorpions in the box and when there's flowers in the box. I don't need to open the scorpion boxes. Basically, haters. But if you do, it's fine, because then you'll just end up slowing your vibration down and focusing better on an aspect of yourself that you don't understand. All things work together for good. Is that Elliot? Sup, dude? Sup, Mr. Elliot? How you doing, bro? Sup, Skywalker? And then what was the first thing you looked at, Duck? Was it green? It had a green to it, like almost emerald. What was it? It was something green. See, and you see how we're all one mind. If I get this right, then you're like, okay, we're one mind. And if I get it wrong, then I was teleported to a universe to make me wrong. I was the one that I was right didn't want me right. Yo, August, sup? It actually was. I knew it. Boom, green, nailed it, dude. I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to go, and there's a glass aspect to it. And I was going to go deep, but I won't go deep. I'll get it wrong. Because universes, you do teleport between parallel universes, and you will get put into the wrong one, because it's not about being right. It's about understanding the dynamic behind right and wrong, not it being right or wrong. They're mirrored truths. They're basically higher and lower planes of the same truth, right and wrong. It's the dynamic of what is right and what is wrong and why that you must actually abstractly understand. Reincarnation, fantastic concepts. So this is getting turned into a podcast because I always end up talking profound stuff in these lives. Reincarnation, absolutely. You reincarnate every morning. Every morning you wake up in a brand new lifetime. Looks like the last one you had. Just like when you die, you reincarnate into a new lifetime that energetically looks like the same one. It's different. You'd be a different species, different gender, have a different agenda. But energetically, it's proportionally the same. Just like when you blink and open your eyes again. Same world, energetically slightly different. Same with the breath. Death, breath, sleep, blinking. It's all the same breaks in consciousness. It's where consciousness folds in half and faces itself. Boom, so yesterday is today backwards. Energetically, not literally. But if you start to notice synchronicities, it means you're catching up with your singularity. Thanks for the question, Concast. That should be a great aspect to my... I should actually make notes of when, at what time certain things are brought up. So if I want to go grab a sound clip from the podcast where clever things are asked. Oh, rad, Caitlin. So Meta is right now. She just went to the shop. She went to go shop and get some stuff. Get some more fitted sheets and just a whole bunch of paraphernalia she wanted to get. Some food. What else? Oh, shampoo. Nice, good shampoo and conditioner. Which is funny because yesterday's live, people were like, what shampoo and conditioner do you use? I'm like, whatever's in the bathroom. People believe that if we were to travel far enough, we could make it to... definitely. Definitely. But not even far, because this space and time are the same at right angles. And so the parallel exists in the same space, basically. Like... the universe is absolutely frozen in using sacred geometry. It's perfect. And then when you reconstitute it, so the movement of the universe is you traveling at a right angle through parallels to a parallel where I've said, in other words, let's like flicking through a book, but each page is a parallel of the same story. Our world is nothing but metaphor, allegory metaphor that needs to be consumed and understood and transcended, because it becomes power as opposed to symbols. Basically, either trap you or liberate you, depending on if you understand them. That what you understand, you transcend. That what you don't imprisons you. So all metaphor in life needs to be understood as an energetic result of your unconscious. Write that down. No, but it's in the podcast now, so that's great. That's great, Caitlin. I was going to ask you about the earrings. You went straight into explaining them to me. Acrylic dinosaurs, nice. That's so cool. Sup, Harry? Good morning. It's currently 24 minutes past 11 on a Sunday morning. It's today the 11th. Was it today 10th? Oh, in the beginning of this, I said today is I don't know which one I said, but I've already labeled this as a podcast on the 10th, I think. Letrix, sup, man? No, this is getting turned into a podcast. Sorry, dude. I also don't do that. Sup, user? No, I don't remember you. Of course I remember you, username. I suppose you don't know, because you've only been on my live like 6-7 times. But you've been here enough. Probably won't get forgotten very easily. It's a combination of your name, username, and then the 005. I think there's a LaBouffe with a 005. And the point is it triggers a memory. I remember you. Can you please do it? Hey. Not really good request for my podcast. Can you do a funny face? No problem. And then in the podcast, it's just the silence. No, they're not really, because it takes the silence away. Anyway. Hope you're all listening to the metaphor that I'm discussing, because the actual stream of thought is a commentary on abstract consciousness, if you listen to it in that context. I like to listen to it afterwards and be like, whoa, dude, you're like an antenna for the holographic singularity. Pretty much. Ellie, sup, man? And how are you today? Latrez. Latrez guy. Yo, sup, dude? Can we collaborate? That'll be amazing. Now I'm gonna quickly go see how much clout you got. No, leave me alone. It's so funny. It's like, can we collaborate? Absolutely, yes, certainly. Right, you got no followers? No, sorry, nothing for me. Ooh, someone's in my life. Why is your fit new place called Happy Pills? Okay. Oh, so basically Happy Pills was the original meme name I wrote a one-man play about it, about a guy on a journey, and he bumps into all the masters, but he doesn't know that they're the master. He bumps into Buddha, and thank you, user. I appreciate that. What was I going to say? Yeah, it's how I wrote a one-man play called Place with Happy Pills. He bumps into Buddha, bumps into Jesus, but at different phases, different stages, and he interacts with them. But ultimately, he just discovers he's interacting with himself. And then there's puns and jokes, and I wrote that play, and never performed it, and it was called Place with Happy Pills. And then I ended up making like a meme page out of it. I just like the name, A Place with Happy Pills. Like everything should make you happy. It should liberate you. All moments should have metaphor that you can translate, and it should liberate your psyche. It should bring about happiness. That's where the actual happiness is coming from. That's where all our happiness comes from. Deeper understanding of self. Hooja! Sup! Oh, and then it became that. Then it became the creative collective of a bunch of us on TikTok. Little, hello. Oh, and then if you're still here, the person asked me to collab. Sorry if I was being rude. Literally, I'm a lazy person, and so if there's nothing, if it's not like direct benefit to me or equal benefit, then I'm just going to say no thanks, because I'm not here to impress anyone or have anyone think that I'm nice or I'm lazy. It needs to be benefit or no. So if you had like 10,000 followers or something, even then I probably wouldn't have. You would have needed at least 100K. Otherwise, it's energy that's going against everything else that I do. Honesty is great. Oh, I don't know. I wonder like what people prefer. If you had to get the whole world to vote, the world wouldn't vote because there's no world. But if they had to vote on, is honesty better than compliance? And the funny thing, the people who want compliance ultimately don't want truth. They just want to reinforce their personalities. Well, it doesn't have to be that cynical, but it's pretty much what it is. Thank you, username. It's one of my few gifts that I've gotten from fans. Fans sent me a hoodie and a whole bunch of mugs. My wife even got a hoodie and a bunch of stuff. No, what's it about? We Happy Few. Please tell me about it, Dak. Sounds familiar. Can you play it on a cell phone? I'm looking for new games to play. So it's pretty rad. Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that, Daniel. Yeah. It's probably the person I've styled myself the most on. Besides comedy and then being able to impersonate him and his philosophies. And although, a real Jim Carrey fan will eventually transcend Jim Carrey. They'll understand that it's all self. The number 23 explains that beautifully. The movie number 23. And then it's so funny. And then for me, I'll figure it out eventually. And then like 2 years later, Jim's going, there is no Jim Carrey. It's just it's a bunch of ideas you put together to make a concept. And you make it out of the same holographic fabric that reality is made out of. Which means you are everyone and everything. And you technically don't exist. And do. It's a quantum state. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's a good word. Okay, so it's called Play Hungry Shark World. Okay, I'll check that out. Hungry Shark. And then what's it about? What happens? But is it a game? Duck? I'm talking to Duck now. Is it a game that you can play? People take happy pills. Oh, but isn't that a movie? Duck, isn't that a series? It's not a game. But you said of the game, We Happy Few. But it's a game, but sounds like a series. It sounds like Equilibrium, really. That's pretty cool. You play as a shark. That's so rad. And you upgrade sharks. That sounds cool. And then you go around like eating things. Depressed! Okay, cool. That's it then. If Depressed endorses it, then it's done. I'm getting it. I'll get it today. Rad! A cool game to check out. Nice. And Depressed, how you doing? Top of the morning to you, good sir. So Depressed, Today I put up my first podcast. Just taking the MP3 from these live streams, getting rid of all the blank spots, and then boom, it's a thought stream. Yo, sup? Life's great. How are you doing? Malphus, sup, dude? You too, bro. Top of the morning to you, good sir. Oh, so it is a game. We happy few. I need a bit that explains it to fully understand the game. Okay, I'll go check it out as well, though. Yeah, depressed. Because depressed, like, between the things that you're saying and then the questions that are being asked, like, there's some serious, like, profound insights happening in these lives. Stuff that I've always been saying. But you know what I mean? It's basically, I've been in 100 moments where friends are like, you need to record this stuff. It's so dope, like, profound and brilliantly done. And finally, now everything I say, and I don't have to, like, think about it, try and say clever things. It'll just, it'll be catalogued if it is good. But also I find if I'm not trying, it's very entertaining. Listening to somebody who's not trying, who messes up, says the wrong stuff sometimes, doesn't care. Sup, Gordon Music? Sup, dude? Zuck, is that the Zuck? Sup, the Zuck? Yo, bro, you were in my live like ages ago. I don't know. It's just the Zuck, like I remember that because of like Zuckerberg. Yourmom.com, sup, dude? How you doing, bro? Hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Okay, we happy few groovy. And then depressed. Have you seen both games? If you had to choose between one to check out first. Hello, nobody cares. You are right. Not really. Not really. You don't really care. Streamy boy. Hello, Dr. Zuma. Good morning. Belge. Hey, sup? Is that Michelle? Michelle in Belgium. Sup? Hey, Gucci flip-flop. That's great. Okay, so you changed to Zuck, but there must have been another Zuck. The Gucci flip-flop, that's great. Thanks, dude. It helps me tune in on who you are. Welcome back, streamy boy. Oh, no, the shark one. Okay, depressed. That was close. I almost went for the shark game. So, we happy few is better. Yeah, Duck, I know what you're saying. But although that's PC, I'm looking for a good game for my new A21S. Yo, dude, in Facebook, you said can I? I only got the can I part. On YouTube, sorry, on YouTube. I must try stream this to Facebook as well. I can choose YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. Yourmom.com, well, not now. Today it's like overcast and like coolish weather, but it can get very warm here. Okay, so it's for We Happy Few. So that's the game I must check out. Okay. You definitely copy and paste, Jones. What is the question, though? You said, can I? And then copy and paste is all I picked up because I only looked up at the right time to pick up that. Wrestler. If you mean distribute my content or... Can you, Caitlin? Oh no, you can play Five Nights at Freddy's on your phone. Rad. Well, why not? I don't get those games presented to me. Like Call of Duty. I'm also finding if anyone thinks that the new what's it? League of Legends Rift. If that's any good. No, I don't watch F1, no. From London, and Rust is a good game. Okay, Rust. Nice. And then did you have to pay for it? So I would be playing Minecraft right now. Yo, somebody asked me if I consider myself basically a happy person. Yes. Yes. Hope it's not too long. Oh man. Just the happy person part is all I got. Didn't get the rest. Is that real? Jurassic World the game? Do you really get your own island and you can breed dinosaurs and... That's pretty cool. Some good games out there, actually. So would it have the same format as like a, Clash of Clans? And you get your center, and then you get your, dino development labs, and then you get your feeding labs, that kind of thing. And then you upgrade them, and you can produce more dinosaurs, and you can train a dinosaur, and you can breed the dino, that kind of thing. It's funny. And you can mess hybrids. Okay. It sounds like a cool game. I want a game that's nice and cool that I can plot along with, like plop along with. And then it's also, okay guys, so this is what's happening in this game, that kind of thing. And people, it's basically worth checking in on. But also it's chill. I don't want to play like hardcore, like hyper games. Get me all worked up. Okay, so you said the 2020 F1 season is good. Now I stopped watching with Schumacher, basically. When Schumacher was just never losing. Sup, Aiden? Poggers. Yeah, Odyssey. Yeah. Totes. Five Nights at Freddy's probably had the deepest story to a game ever. Yeah, I should probably go check it out. Oh, man. Okay, Wrestler's typing when I just keep missing it. Somebody's typed everything he wanted to say. I suppose I can go there and read what he said if it's in my live stream comments. The hybrid part's fun. Making hybrids. No, I don't watch Odyssey. It's so funny. No. F1. It's so funny. And someone else was asking now if I watch F1. And I said, not since what's his name? Not since Schumacher. He just always won. Couldn't lose. Got boring. And Chelsea. That was the last time I supported sports. Was Chelsea win a lot. And they were sponsored by Samsung. And they started winning like a year after I started supporting them. So I think that's weird. That's pretty cool. So there's dinos, ocean creatures. And then can you sell the dinosaurs to other parks? Crazy. So game theory will tell you the whole long journey, yeah? It's so cool. So it's a whole. So basically, gaming is a whole industry, and I know obviously it's gaming. We game. It's fun. But you'll watch stuff and you'll go watch channels that specialize in certain games, and that's so cool. And then there's DNA like gems. Is it like the in-house gems version? Or is it the currency? DNA is the currency. Or is it just another kind of thing that you need to spawn new things? Currently talking about the Jurassic Park game. In case you're listening on the podcast. Or, I don't know. No, why I said that. I just wanted to say it again. Oh, because if I say it again, it also might pop up get picked up and then put into people's paths because they might be interested in this stuff. Oh, there we go. So you have coins, Dinobucks, food, DNA, and points. Rad! And then obviously you rank in the world where you're at and stuff. Oh, Duck, you know what? Five Nights at Freddy's, like weird things. Like you double jump back to the side thing. If you sit in the bush, then the place opens up. It's like, how did you figure that out? Awesome, dude. Cheers, Wrestler. Enjoy food. I'm going to go and read for the comments on there now. Okay, and you get VIP to get better creatures. That's crazy. Is Freddy's? Or do you mean the Jurassic Park game? I don't know. I think maybe I'm shadow banned. Don't know why my views are so low. Because you can't say that the videos are bad. I think that you can, but then there's worse videos that have done a million views. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. And I don't really mind. Like now, like if I'm in a live and there's 2 people or 10 people, I don't mind. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't affect the bottom line, which is my daily views or my monthly views and my income. That stays the same. And I'm still progressing consciously at the same pace, which is the most important thing to me. Compared to what they used to be, they're a nightmare. But I think everyone's experiencing that. Because the algorithms have changed so much that they're almost messed up. But in a way, better. Because now the followers that I get are new people who haven't encountered my stuff. But it is, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. It's ridiculous, some of the views. I mean, I used to be able to videos, 12 videos, they're all relatively whatever, bad or whatever. And then they all go to like 10, 12,000, 20,000 views straight away, like in the 2-3 hours. No, you're absolutely right. Depressed. I think you're right. I think you're right just with so much. You know what I mean, dude? So, one thing, we've got a year. Who cares? Then we've got like leap years. Then we've got bigger cycles, basically. So, yeah, you and I can share the exact same thing. We were born at the same date, in the same zodiac, and that we can share 3 variables that are the same. Although you know how it fractals. You know how the zodiac signs, the 12 houses, how your sun sign is half of who you are, and moon sign is a quarter of who you are, an eighth, and it keeps fractaling down like that. 12 houses. So you're actually a fractal being, which will go on a unique spin in reality. And that'll be your personality. And your reality you won't see as yourself back to front. So yeah. So there looks like 100 unique beings made out of 12 fractal downgrade of energy, which is what the universe is. But ultimately it's the same thing back to front. So individuality is ultimately illusion. If you create enough variety, it'll look like individual. But at its core, it's energetically the same thing. Odyssey! Cool, man. Excuse me. Hello, Anthony! Oh, crazy, Duck. Yo, Streamy Boy, no! Creatures, receiver. Okay. So you do like that same kind of thing. I probably won't watch them, Duck, to be honest. Streamy Boy, shout me out. No. Wait, he really heard me say no. He could have typed that before I said no. First time. Amen. Depressed, above, so below, inside and out. It's all the same mirror. It's just mirror. Just gotta get the concept of mirrored consciousness. And mirrored consciousness you can't have an agenda. Just like the philosopher's stone in the mirror. It'll show you the truth, but you can't use it. Well, you can to enhance the truth, but not to like manipulate events or people or things or objects. Because there are no people, events, places, or objects. Damien, sup, dude? You too, Duck. Shot for being here, bro. You're like epic. It was cool having you in my live, Duck. I guess you got to duck. Gotta go. I gotta get duck and get out of here. So did you choose duck because of the lack of echo? That doesn't matter. Kaylin, sup, dude? I live close to a kaolin mine. Kaolin is what they bleach or make paper with. Movies, lots of different types of movies. Like your Nouveau movies are good. You know, like Delicatessen. There's a couple of like good movies that are just they wrap themselves up nicely. They're like poetic, that kind of thing. Damien, thank you, dude. Definitely gonna get a console. In no rush, but definitely gonna get an Xbox. So next device will be a laptop, but not a great one. I don't need a great one. And then definitely Xbox. Hello, Caitlin. I am super well. Thanks for asking. How are you, Caitlin? Rad. Yeah, Star Wars is good. Although the last 3 movies are a total dog's breakfast. But I'm definitely a Star Wars fan. Every day I'll watch at least an hour of Star Wars theories and stuff from YouTube to, you know, cover the mythology, basically. Absorb more and more of its universe. Definitely, Wolf, definitely. That's definitely part of it. So I've got my Twitch up and running. I've got the apps that can do it. That's why when I find a nice game for my phone, then I'll start that way. But then ultimately, that's where I'm headed. I'm headed to do the things that I would do if I didn't... bye, Streamy Boy. Have a lovely day. There's things that I would do if I won $1 billion. Like, what would I do with my day if I had $1 billion? I want to make my living that way. Would you game, Garth? Yep, I would. What else would you do? I don't know. Basically, all the things that I'm currently doing. I would carry on talking about consciousness, I would carry on. The things that I'm doing now are the things that I would do if I had $1 billion. This other game, you know, you can make huge money from these things. And also my podcast is up now, so no, it's melted. It'll be the blog, it'll be the podcast, it'll be the TikTok, it'll be the YouTube, it'll be the Twitch. I say podcast, yeah, and then merch. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, and then crypto. Obviously, all my spare cash goes into crypto. All the spare cash goes into crypto. I mean, Aurora coin I was punting last year, it grew by 7-fold between this time and last year. And that's just some no-name coin nobody even knew about. Iceland's official coin. So just pour your spare cash into crypto. 5 years later, you are an actual millionaire. And then the entire time, none of it mattered because it's what you would be doing anyway. And then hopefully, you know, people can get inspired and do their own version of it, basically. So we all want different things. Even though Belinda Carlisle says we want the same thing. We dream the same dream. Oh, and now that we're together. Oh. If I had $1 billion, I would mess with people so hard, so everyone questions their reality. That's so funny. Depressed? So that's what it comes down to, getting a person to question their reality, not just accept the hypnotic state. Because it's a self-hypnotic state. If your world is you inversed, you're mesmerized by your own light and sound. Call it other people, call it drama, call it like pleasant and negative, but that's just you on your ebb and flow with yourself. So yeah. And that's what I say what I'm doing as well. That's what I do. So I mean, can you imagine the video? Even if that's what the faces are, but that's the best way. That's the best thing to actually say. Like the face videos. Why do you do the face videos? I like to mess with people's reality. What do you mean? Well, their minds are going to do weird things where they see a guy confidently doing cringe and getting views and admiration for it. That's going to make them question everything. I would say the average alpha male character who needs to wear in Tarbosh and get a car and get the shoes on and impress the people. That kind of person's going to go, how is this possible? It's my whole life trying to be cool and this guy's acting like an idiot and getting love. Yeah, it's so important, dude. Make them question their reality. But not like how the CIA did it in the 60s, by putting stuff into the water. That's a terrible way of doing it. Are you serious, dude? Did I say hypnotic before as you were typing it? It seems like that's weird. I'm definitely gonna get Happy Few next. That's definitely the game I'm playing next. Happy Few. Well, I'm going to stream it to Twitch. Live to me. Thank you, Wolf. I actually like how people can make fun of you and you can handle it. And that's the thing. So, Wolf, the one that I find funny is I can see Buddha's like it's the Eightfold Path. You've got two mirrored. You guys' seasons mirrored. And so if you're like, I need a winter, summer's gonna rock up. And I need an autumn, or spring's gonna mess with you. It's how it works. It's about balance. It's about finding the middle path, basically. And so as soon as I take a person seriously, they're not being serious. They're actually just trolling. And as soon as I don't take them seriously, then they're like, oh, so I don't ever get satisfaction. I never really touch ground with another. I touch ground with my inversion. So it's really training for self-enhancement. So sad. My ego's finally glorious God creature and it can't enjoy itself. Well, it can, but no one's there to witness it other than itself. Found, right? This is why this is being put into a podcast. Like what I just said needs to be heard. By me, at least. I don't care about everyone else. I need to hear truth. I need to hear the truth pouring out of... Because in Afrikaans, you know. Even the Van Rooyen surname, I was adopted. I was originally a Schrager. Schrager. It's Aramaic. It means orphan who sheds light. It's a Jewish thing. I was making jokes yesterday about something Jewish. Juice. Something juice. Something about like if an apple was Buddhist, it could come back as a banana, but if it's Jewish, it can only come back as Jews. Something like that, like juice. It was a juice joke. Oh, lame. Sorry. Anyway, sup in Russia. Hey, Hunter, sup, bro? So Hunter, this is pretty cool. This is Do you know the Schrager surname? No ways, but without the G. So it's there we go, without the G, bro. Wolf, really? It's so rare, bro. Where are you from, Wolf? Wolf, where are you from? This is rare. As in, I remember as a kid, because I was adopted, and then I When I was 5, I was separated from my mom, so that my father with that surname didn't exist in my world until I was 27. So when I used to go to the library, I used to try and find phone books to find his surname. And now I found it. Funny enough, I find his surname, like the one in the whole country, and it happens to be his brother. Like, how that worked out well. Where's Hartswater? Are you in South Africa, though? That's what I'm finding fascinating. Yeah, you are in South Africa. But you know it from somewhere else, not from here. Then you might have known Michael's children, which would be my dad's brother's kids. I think they've all left now, though. And then his dad, my grandfather, funny enough, was living in Durban. He had the same doctor as some other rugby player, some famous rugby player. Anyway, not important. Yo, David, amen, bro. Be strong. Right back at you, brother. Henrik Schrager. Whoa, that's so weird. Probably Herwich Schrager. But it's in South Africa. Because then it has to be, because there are no other Schragers. That's weird, man. Just all you have to say is if it's South Africa or not. And if it is, then David, no, dude, it was chill. No, dude, I'm 42. This was ages ago. But thank you, I care that you care like that. No, this is just, I don't see my story as an actual story. I see it as a quantum field, an array, a background story, a metaphorical reason to hold anything true, basically. What's Afrikaans? Schrager's not Afrikaans. But Herwich is Afrikaans. But I mean, there would have been people that I wonder. Like, no, seriously, where are you from? South Africa? No, definitely not. No mods. Sorry, Wolf. There's only 3 positions left, and they're for the people who've been here the longest, if they pop up. I haven't seen them in a while. And also, I sell a mod position for a Ferris wheel. It's like a running joke. Because if those other people pop up, they're going to be like, they won't say anything, but they're so unbelievably cool and loyal, and I've known them for so long that it would just be rude, basically. And besides, also not to be ruder, if Caitlin is 90% of my lives, she does it really well. No, maybe even in like 2 months if you stick around the way you have been. Dude, depressed, you're such a legend, bro. What are you going to do with your life, depressed? Your age to get what you get. Like, that's what I wish. I would have had such a lovely, I had a lovely lifetime, because I suppose what I figured out was affecting me somehow. But if to know this, and to go through school and life, when you're permanently interacting with yourself, nothing will be more important than your moment. It can be so in such a relaxed state that way. The teachers, you look at a teacher, you look at a teacher, you look at the person, and go, listen, you're a person, you're me. You've got a whole array of life that's happening to you. I have compassion for your existence, that kind of thing. You just function differently. Sports, and somebody writes a song, it means so much more because you know a part of you generated it. It's like narcissism, like on steroids, but it's also true. I hate the fact that everyone's talking about narcissists like they're bad. Like a narcissist, the actual story of Narcissus is that he had the opportunity where the sirens were called Echo. Sirens called Echo trying to seduce him, and instead he fell in love with his reflection. In other words, if you know your world is a reflection, don't fall in love with the echo. Fall in love with the moment. The echo will basically distort all of the time and space. The moment, the reflection won't. So you should be a narcissist, basically. Just like blood is thicker than water. It's nonsense. It's not. That's how the saying goes. Look the saying up. Something that's along the lines of the bonds we make are stronger than the blood of the... So basically that saying is about the fact that friends are closer than family. Yet we don't sell it that way. It's like stuff's been hijacked. Like Christianity by the Romans. Wait, who killed Jesus? The Romans. Wait, who created Christianity? The Romans. Wait a minute. I'm noticing a pattern. Is there a pattern here? Yo, Beatosaurus, sup, dude? How you doing? Sup, Beatosaurus? Have you considered... can you answer that question? If the answer was yes, are you allowed to discuss that amongst the world? Or does the world go, oh, like if I was on Facebook right now, could I discuss that topic? Or would the world go, oh, block him, don't want the humans, that kind of thing. Fascinating question, actually. Rad, David! No one's perfect. But you know what I'm saying, David? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The part where the Romans kill him and then they hijack his truth and become Roman Catholic. How about it was 200 years later, 300 years later, 100 years later? They're not the same Romans. It's their great-great-great-grandkids. I'm just saying. Stuff melts and runs. Truth melts and runs. And creates all these forms. Paris Hilton was right. We live in a house of wax. Dude, go for it, depressed. I bet you there's 1,000 alien angels that will tune you. Listen, get into that. We'll give you the answer. Depressed. Because you literally are what you want to study. You literally are a quantum computer. And you can discover, you'll be sitting there going, wait, if that's the structure of light, why don't we use that as the information bit? It'll end up carrying 16 bit of the usual, and we'll do it in a and you'll get these visions that already exist in nature for a quantum processor, because nature is a quantum processor. And then you'll be like, we're taking dragonfly, wings. You notice that the harmonic between the two create a thing, and you're like, what you'll notice is in nature, the bee changes its buzz to a B-, and the pollen opens, which is the way that we will use with the sub-nodes, and you'll end up using nature to create a quantum realm. Depressed is so exciting, dude. It's very fascinating to see how that unfolds. What's up, Caitlin? David, great, David. That was great, by the way. David, I was walking yesterday, and I got the t-shirt idea that says, something along the lines of, it's very annoying to be better than everyone and absolutely equal to them. Everybody is better than everyone else. But also, at the exact same moment, you're equal. You're better because you used your past moment to enhance yourself. That's why you're better. You're better than the average, which is what reality is. It's you at average. And then you're better than it until you're not. Until it's equal to you again because you re-assimilated your self-definition. Yeah, you're right. We're all equal. Nothing you can do about it. You can race yourself to the end of the garden and you'll be there with yourself waiting. Because people will still be you balanced, reflected. Unless, of course, you're going to go and count. Keep track of the items. In a quantum state, you're always mirrored. We're equal. It's true. Yo, sup, dude? What are you saying to me? Tudud, hol, van Meyerzag. What does that mean? Very much so depressed. And depressed, light and sound are only 40 octaves different. Which means 40 octaves faster is sound is light. Sound becomes light. Yeah, sound becomes light faster. Great. That's why it's flooded for 40 days. That's why the allegory of 40 exists. Basically, you go within yourself, your own Mercury, and then you will have 3 suns. Or 3 aspects, 3 mirrored aspects in your Trinity. Basically, the Old Testament is a book of magic. Hello, Roblox. Sup, dude? Good morning. David, that's also a good point. But although, David, all ists are dumb. You know what I mean? Because then you're separating the hologram. I still say it's you're throwing away enlightenment to feel superior to something else. If you ist anything. Chauvinist, any of the ists. You're throwing away your enlightenment, your awareness of eternal self, so that you can feel temporarily better than yourself. It's lame. Stupid, actually. Definitely, dude. And you know about gravity being a wave. And you probably find where they harmonically balance or where they trinity balance through a perfect downgrade is what will create anti-gravity. It's going to be something where you just get it right. And then that's it. The sympathetic resonance? Where they march on a bridge at a certain way and the whole bridge hits a certain tone and the whole thing wants to go crazy. It's like a bee lands on, those bees carpenter bees will land on a flower, change its buzz to a B-, and then the pollen will open. Hit that right harmonic, that right sweet spot, that right 0 point energy, limitless anything after that. But it's more about that awareness of your own consciousness being that truth and the toys we create. Like if you could win the lotto by shifting to a universe where your numbers were the ones that were right, would the money be more important than your ability to transfer? No, the money is the most important part. Oh my gosh, really? Then it doesn't matter what you're building, you're always going to forget yourself in the process and worship your creation or your false idol. He's talking bull. Get it, bull, because they worship the bull statue. And after the age of Taurus. Pretty cool, eh? Depressed. Sup, Tyron? I do know where Hungary is. I wake up hungry. And there's a lot of people in Africa are very hungry. According to who? According to who? Exactly. According to who? Yeah, I know where Hungary is. It's in Europe. It's near Germany. Absolutely no Hungary. In fact, isn't it between Germany and Holland? Holland isn't a place. Well, it is. No. Holland is one of the 13 provinces. Oh, thank you, Caitlin. And you gave even amounts. Thank you. Caitlin can start a fight by just giving me an uneven amount of crowns. And I try and keep one extra, because they're always for me and my wife. Correct, depressed. Well, I know depressed. I know the carpenter bee opens the flower by changing its tone. And yes, bees can't fly. You know that whole thing. So it's more of a harmonic that they hit. And I've always known this, that if I want to levitate, in my dreams I can fly, and then I'm always there studying how to fly in real life. Here. And it's about, you've got a harmonic that you can inverse. And by inversing it, you create a repelling energy instead of a pulling energy. And it's because your body creates a gravity wave. Everything creates gravity waves. And then they come from an expansion. The universe is expanding. So you're not really being attracted to something. You're expanding into the presence of something. And while it expands at the same time into your presence. Eventually, difference gets transcended. And then the law of polarity gets used. And the law of polarity is the one that says that anything that is true, the opposite is also true if you hold it true. So you end up working with spectral truths, not dualistic truths. And I'm so glad this is a podcast. I want to listen to this later. Fernando! Sup, dude? Hey, Fernando. Hope you're having a good day, dude. Happy Sunday. So now I wonder if that alarm's going to mess with my podcast. Like, because I pull all the quiet spots out, and then that'll be like, wee, 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 wee. Depressed. Bless you and thank you for that statement. And that's what it's about. That's why in these, talking to people like you, JC, there's a few people in my lives that are like, you're ahead of the self-awareness group. And you guys appreciate my stuff the most. And then also balancing stuff back and forth with each other, which is the same being. We're going to refine ourselves. And so in these lives, I end up saying super profound things that I've always said, I should be recording this. So now, and then depressed with the MP3, there's an app that takes all the dead spots out so that it's one straight thought stream. Still gets in trouble, Caitlin. You know how it is. Start an instant. I mean, she's not here right now, but I know you'll double check. Make sure I divided those stars equally. I think my wife's home. I heard a car outside. If it is her, I'm going to log off. I think this has hit an hour, which is nice. Good morning, Eleonora. How are you? That's the thing, depressed. So I spent my whole life having those deep things and forgetting them, basically. And also studying how come I'm able to channel profound and why not. And it's that whole thing of not thinking and free-flowing. You end up speaking at the same harmonic as the universe's resonance. And when people listen to it, it goes in better. Definitely. Depressed, I uploaded my first one today. So this is a podcast, Depressed. So you're going to hear yourself mentioned lots and the compliments. Me saying that you're above average. Awesome, Eleonora. That's so cool. Yeah. Central Europe. Yeah. It's above Germany, below Holland. No, not Holland. God, stop saying Holland. Dutch. And Hungary has the opposite flag to Germany. It also has yellow, orange, and black, but other way around. Yo, sup? Evith yacht? Sup? You know, a team above average. That's a good hashtag. Above average. Hashtag above. I think the whole hashtag series is great. T-shirt wise, and try and be like, you know, almost better than you. Hashtag almost better than you. Just like, because basically the collective ego wants to attack something. Give it something to attack, and let it attack, and then go, okay, you got me good. In other words, you're showing off with lameness. Yeah, you use lame things to show off. It's ironic, right? Isn't that ironic? You are, Caitlin. You're the most special. Caitlin. And that's exactly what a special person would say. And also the brain doesn't register not. So all I hear is Caitlin telling us how special she is. Jessie, sup? That's so funny. Strong nuclear force, electromagnetism, and a weak force holds the atoms together. I think atoms don't exist. I think they're holograms of our own level of self-understanding. There is no electromagnetism and there is no weak force. Oh, you know what I'm trying to say? I think ultimately it's quantum. Everything pops in and out of existence so fast that we think it's here all the time. And it's your observation and response to the popping in that changes the next popping in. So that's the thing. So yeah, sometimes I do that. I think so fast that I can't talk because I want to say the whole thing at the same time, which you can't do. Anyway, as I say, I'm going to do it in the future. Maybe have themes. You know, like meditation. You know, and that way the podcast will have at least like themes. But in the future, for now, I'm just doing conscious stream thoughts. Whatever happens. Sup, hop. Okay, slow down, God. Hello, hockey fan. How are you? There we go. Exactly. The whole wave. Exactly. Particle wave. You got it. Observer. Yeah. And the more you study that, and the more you realize that the universe is literally going peekaboo, 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 so fast that you think it's your life. Literally. Oh, rad. Next to Slovakia. Exactly. And so the observer can be refined. Many observations weaken the ability to pop a ability into position. Did you all follow that? So you make less observations that are more potent than many observations, which is got accounts, got gyms, got to go to work, got to get thing. Sammy said this, hoot the card, and the thing, got the homework, put the bag in the thing, got the thing with the place and the thing, and then they said, like, I got to record now, can't miss my observation. Try keeping track of the metaphor like and exist like that. Or you know what I mean? Keep track of the metaphor. You do nothing stupid. Show me your shoes in your house. That's the average human. I've got a mission, got to keep going, got to keep getting lost in my metaphor. Kanye West said it beautifully. You literally lose yourself with a million decisions that you make your whole life. So, yeah, simplify it. And then have less observations. And then your observation is the equivalent of casting a spell. It'll reinforce the energy that you observe. And you can use the law of polarity to inverse your observations if you want. So if you don't like what you're manifesting, understand that your own state was in the state that it was in that manifested that. And just by understanding that, you transcend it and will create the opposite next time. Oh, right, Caitlin. Literally, my ears are ringing now. I don't know why. Caitlin just said I'm awesome. What if it's the mushroom? No, but there's definitely that's yeah. Definitely. Just like at all scales, reality is the same. So you are also a sun orbiting an Earth, growing a growth of some kind. You're also the moon. Definitely. Because, I mean, you've got the whole atoms and solar systems and galaxies and quarks. So definitely. And then also if you go into other mythologies, if you look at the humans from the sun's point of view, we're the aliens. If you look at the humans from the earth's point of view, we're the gnomes. If you look at the humans from the animals' point of view, we're the elves. You know what I'm getting at? You got to figure it out yourself, which is which. With the giants to the ants, you know, or to the other subatomic realms that exist inside. Everything is everything else from another viewpoint. We're talking about consciousness in general, just abstract awareness, self-consciousness, reality. What is everything? What is behind me? Satan! I don't know. What's behind me? I thought Satan was behind me. Brilliant, depressed. Do you see that? It's such a level. And depressed just because, how do I say this? Everyone's doing stuff, but people aren't doing that. They're not trying to go deeper into the discernment of their permanent moment. Some people see it, think it's a nightmare, and it's like life's just and then they need to have that glass of wine every night to forget that they're stuck with themselves in eternity. Some people it's a brand new thing like me, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And then some people it's that both. It's like, yeah, it is that, but what of it? And it all comes down to the law of diminishing return. Anything that gives you pleasure over time will lose its value. Therefore, however long you've been aware of this, you will basically be cynical about it to different degrees. Headstand. Catty. always do a headstand. After I go to the toilet. Headstand. Headstands are the best, basically. Can't wait for the day. I don't die. I'm immortal, Joshua. I'm going to be grinning at you in your next lifetime. You'll be born and I'll be like, doesn't remember. Josh doesn't remember his little comment on TikTok. I don't know if he doesn't know what TikTok is anymore. Now that the humans have migrated into the stars. Just for no reason, I'll be like, Joshua. And you'll be like, who's Joshua? I'm like, nothing. Never mind, bro. Yo, Galen. You love watching. I love Naruto. Yes, love Naruto. Joshua. It's just photos that I've collected over years, couples. Gola. So is that like Gola as in Gola? Like as in a, not a clone? Like a copy made from your actual genetics? Wait, no, a Gola is a recreation of the exact same person. I don't know, it's in June. It's the opposite of a clone. A clone is like a mass thingied from a thing, and then the other one is from the actual original person, I think. But then the clone also comes that way. Anyway. Oh, the photos. Yeah, I've collected photos over ages. Yay, Josh got shushed. So I've just 20 years of me collecting photos. I worked at a photo development place. I could just talk for days about what's behind me. Oh, the person who asked what's behind me was asking about the photos. Satan. It's a whole bunch of information that just leads to, grounded truth, really. Yeah, experience for sure influences. Perceived value, dude. You should your understanding is so concise and clear that even if you wrote a book, you'd make the Deepak Chopras and the Eckhart Tolles sound stupid. Like they were trying to play with the big Lego blocks, and you're like, no, but on a subatomic level, the Lego blocks are tiny. I love Naruto. Everybody loves Naruto, don't they? Anyway, I'm going to log off now. Sorry to end this live so abruptly. It's hit the exact time that I want to do my lives for. Any longer than this, and it doesn't become a good podcast story. And then also maybe he leaves people going, hey, but that was a good conversation. When's he going to be live again? That kind of thing. Keep them coming back for more. Exactly. But you get depressed that Naruto is just one code. Like everybody is Naruto. Everybody feels rejected to some capacity. Everybody wants acknowledgement. When you get acknowledgement, you become the center of your world. So everybody is just on a swing, going, I'm sad. And then from there, they dream their story. And everybody's basically a Naruto in an infinite Tsukunami. And if it takes you lifetimes to become Naruto, fine. But you're going to become Naruto. And the whole clockwork orange, you're traveling back through your own energy in a spiral to your own center. Do you get all that metaphor from Naruto? So I should actually write down the words of the topics that I discuss in a live, and then I can put that into the podcast description. If Naruto got brought up in this thing. Yeah. Thanks, Depressed. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Depressed, thank you so much for being in my live. You just stay amazing and epic. The world must keep you safe. You're precious. Dimitri, sup, dude? Dimitri, I'm being so rude right now. I'm literally gonna log off within 10 seconds. This is the end of my live stream. I'm turning them into podcasts and stuff. I'll talk about it in my next live. So Dimitri, I'm so sorry. I'm logging off right now. Have a cool one, dude, and I'll chat to you later. Everybody else, all three of you. There could be more though. You too, dude. Depressed. Sorry, Dimitri. Yeah, and then I won't be live again. It'll be tomorrow again. Hope you have a good day, dude. Username, you too, bro. Shut for popping in. Appreciate it. Okie dokie. Bye-bye. Da-na-na. In the sky.